Hey guys, what's up? Ryan here, Tom Not Persona. Welcome back to the page. So the other day, I was watching a podcast, and I don't normally do that because they're kind of long. I prefer to watch clips, but this one really stood out to me. It was a conversation between Jordan Peterson, the Canadian psychologist, and Robert Greene, the writer who I'm always talking about. And they talked about various different things, but one topic came up, and I thought, man, I should make a video about that because I think it's applicable to what a lot of you guys are interested in. So it's called the bad boy paradox. So I want to talk a little bit about what that is and how you can bypass it to get the girl you're crushing on without actually being a bad boy. All right, let's talk about it. We've all heard the myth that girls are always attracted to bad boys. They prefer bad boys over nice guys, right? Or you might have heard that, women always go for like the more alpha males. And, if they get married, they'll settle for like a beta male. I hate all those terms. But basically, this paradox proves it completely wrong. Like, those are just myths, they're not the truth. The paradox says this. So, women, especially young women, and actually everybody to an extent, they have a difficult time seeing through the persona of other people. So, like bad boys, for instance. So, like, a woman might see a quote unquote bad boy. They might see that he's, confident, he's bold, he's fearless. And all of these things are attractive, especially when it comes to marriage, when it comes to forming a long term relationship. These things are important. And so they'll see this person, but all they're seeing is the superficial appearance, the appearance that he is showing. And usually, in fact, most of the time, I would say, the appearance, the fact that he's mimicking this behavior, is actually the opposite of the truth. Really, he's probably hiding some faults or some issues or insecurities or whatever the case may be. He's pursuing or showing rather the opposite trait. And a lot of people, younger people in particular, because they're still developing, so they haven't really learned yet. But even older people as well. I mean, people can be deceived. I mean, that's just something that can happen. So, like with a bad boy, typically, they deceive the person because the person's not really looking into them. They're not really seeing into their persona. Rather, they are seeing the superficial persona being portrayed, and they're like, oh yeah, I like that. That guy's bold. That guy's confident. That guy's fearless. And really, though, he's not. And it's unfortunate because this persona, this belief, actually takes away from the dynamics of being in relationships, right? So the woman's time ends up being wasted in this bad boy who's probably a jerk, and all the more genuine guys lose out because the girls are going after these fake bad boys, these fake tough guys. So how can you bypass this paradox? How can you appear to be the bad boy, appear attractive without actually being the quote unquote bad boy, the guy who's kind of faking his persona? Well, you need to realize this, you need to understand this. So women and actually people again in general, they like confidence, they like fearlessness, they like somebody who's bold, somebody who's decisive, who knows what they want, somebody who is able to commit to something, commit to an idea and just do it, right? That's what people like typically, and that's what people want in a relationship, right? Because it brings security, it brings safety, it brings a little relief because they themselves don't have to do as much because the guy who's bold is putting effort in, and probably the woman is putting in an equal amount of effort on some part. So simply to bypass this, to make yourself attractive to women who otherwise might be deceived and fooled by these, I'll call them fake bad boys, the people who portray a fake persona, is simply to just be genuinely bold and confident and real, right? I know I say this a lot. It's really tough to be genuinely, authentically, just confident in yourself, just happy in yourself, just feel that you're capable in yourself, right? And actually for a lot of people, and that's why so many people portray a fake persona and try to act tougher than they are or like more macho than they are. That's really what's going on because it's tough. It's easier to do that. It's easier to pretend to be something than to actually be it. But if you want to attract women or people who are interested in these kind of bad boy traits, the key is to develop them. Obviously, don't develop, the toxic behavior that many of them end up revealing after time, right? You want to develop genuinely the superficial traits. So, again, the confidence, the decisiveness, the adventure, the excitement, stuff that outwardly is attractive. I think one thing I should note before I end this that might kind of help you put it into perspective is that we need to remember that the bad boy or the typical bad boy, at the end of the day, he's in fact still a boy. He is immature. He is callow, right? So actually, maybe what women are looking for is a bad man, or not even bad. They want a man, like somebody who's genuine and authentic, right? So let all these other guys try to be bad boys and try to put on an outward persona. That's not going to work in the long run, though. Trust me, I promise. Work on yourself, be authentic, and you will attract a plethora of women.